it looks like we're getting a new doctor. And in my opinion, not soon enough. I have never been a big fan of the Chris Chibnall, Jodie Whittaker era of Doctor Who. It was plagued with identity politics and just too political in general. Now, for those who are going to start yelling that Doctor Who's always been political, the Chibnall Whittaker era wasn't just political. It was beat you over the head with a sledgehammer political. It was so filled with identity politics. You couldn't watch the show without having a checklist to make sure everything was checked off that the BBC wanted to make sure they put on there. It was sad. It wasn't just a good show about a eccentric time traveling alien helping out different people in different worlds throughout time and space. That's what made it great. But instead, Chibnall, who he must hate Doctor Who, even though he claims to be a fan. He's the biggest hater of Doctor Who, seeing as how he took the show and just desecrated it. He dumped gasoline all over it and lit it on fire. I'm not surprised the fact that when you look at the ratings for his and Whittaker's era, they've just tanked. They've just gone off the cliff. As a matter of fact, I stopped watching halfway through Capaldi, his run. It just felt it started getting way down with the identity politics right there. It felt like that's when the BBC started saying, you know what? You got a great show. We want all this other nonsense pushed into it. Can you do that for us? So I watched the trailer for Jodie Whittaker's last hurrah as the Doctor. And I gotta say, it really didn't thrill me. It didn't really make me want to, jump up and down. Her and Yaz were there. The Master was there. Cybermen, Daleks. It's the who's who of Doctor Who. Nothing really special. Nothing really, The only thing that really got me going was seeing Ace and Tegan. That's it. If I watch this show, and I have not watched since the beginning. I tried watching a few of the first episodes. Couldn't get through them. Just terrible. I may watch this one. Although I don't have BBC America, so I'm going to have to try to find a way to watch without having BBC America. Either way, these two, Ace and Tegan, they would be the reason I would want to watch this episode and to see Jodie Whittaker go bye-bye. It's sad. In my own Doctor Who headcanon, when Capaldi regenerated, he didn't regenerate. That was it. He used up the last of his regeneration energy, and he never had a chance to regenerate, and that was it. The Doctor was no more. That's in my headcanon. I'm not saying there aren't fans of hers, Jodie Whittaker's. You guys enjoy the show. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying As for me, that's when the show ended. Now, I know a lot of people have been very excited to hear that Russell T Davies is coming back to be the showrunner. He brought it back in 2005. He resurrected this series, and he was hailed a savior. He told some magnificent stories in his run as showrunner for this. And I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. I have every new I have so much Doctor Who on DVD. It's not even funny. But I have of the new Who everything from 2005 to the first half of Capaldi. Eccleston to Capaldi. I have everything. But I'm not so sure Russell T Davies is the savior this time. The savior is now positioning himself to be Russell T Davies, the activist. I'm not going into too much of what he's planning to bring into the new Doctor Who show. I'm not going to do it. I want to watch this episode before I make any kind of projections or predictions or what I think will go on into the new series. I'm going to watch this one. The trailer, like I said, didn't do much for me. It wasn't that great. Again, Ace and Tegan. They are what is selling me on watching this episode. Not Jodie Whittaker. She's terrible. Everything I've seen of her, she tries to act like David Tennant and Matt Smith. It's like she's trying to take these two and make them and do some kind of caricature of them. And it's just, it doesn't work. It does not work. She never really sold me as someone who was the Doctor. Like I said, I watched the first couple episodes. I wanted to like it. I wanted to keep watching Doctor Who. But between her and Chibnall just beating people over the head with politics and identity politics and preaching. Oh, the preaching. It's just, stop preaching at me. Stop trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't do and just give me a fun adventure story. That's all I want. A fun adventure story. That's what I grew up with. I grew up with this. That's what I want. It doesn't have to be Tom Baker, but I want that kind of storytelling again. I want that kind of fun and adventure. I don't want to be preached at. I don't want to be told that I'm a horrible person because of who I am or how I look, or, hey, look, he's a white guy. He must be bad. No, I'm really not. Although some of the comments I've heard from other videos, well, people think I am. But that's neither here nor there. Doctor Who, The Power of the Doctor. Are you going to watch it? Have you still watched Doctor Who? Have you given up on Doctor Who? Let me know in the comments. I got all my Doctor Who figures. Well, most of them back here. I got my 4th Doctor cosplay behind me. Scarves, homemade. My mother-in-law made it for me. Great person. Love her. Are you watching this show? Are you still watching this show? Are you excited for this? Or is this just I'll watch it because? I'd love to know in the comments. I'm giving it a fair shake. A fair shake. And when it comes out, October 23rd is when it's coming out. I will try to watch it. Hopefully I can watch it. I may just end up trying to see bits and pieces on YouTube. And I'll give you guys my honest opinion, my honest review of what I think of it. Right now, the trailer looks good. I mean, the effects look great, but it's just not really drawing me in. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. All of your subscribers, you guys are great. I appreciate you. You're the best. Let me know in the comments if you're watching Doctor Who. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you carry your sonic screwdriver with you wherever you go? I do. Thank you guys a lot, and I will see you in the next video.